Breakable, I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it.
Back in Week 11, the Packers won an instant classic in their first matchup against the Chargers. Can Los Angeles even the score? Find out next.
The 2023 season has one game left. Here we go. Super Bowl 58 underway from Vegas. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. It's Eckler again. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on a big stage, obviously. He's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Off the play fake, Love. Forced out to his left. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. On play action, Love to throw. This is caught, it's Christian Watson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. But they got a great answer right there. And almost a...
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 2nd down, Eckler, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. This is taken at the 18. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Play fake. Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Love, they go play action now. And his throw here's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
2nd down, Love. He finds Watson, it's caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing, Love. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's taken in by Palmer. He's across midfield. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, LA! Josh Palmer, 75 yards. And the Chargers are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 13-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Let's go.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action this time with Love. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Again, it's Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this This is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Josh Palmer, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chargers are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers have retaken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger offense and Justin Herbert heading back onto the field. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last two drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Herbert now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give him another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Herbert on 1st down now. Caught by Allen. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. To the air again, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Off the play fake, Love. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, Love to throw. Looking deep here for Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Dobbs as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Carlson's extra point up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now this one is tied in out on the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Oh, he's got a little down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But look.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So out come the Chargers. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man, that's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Go.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. Herbert running left off the option. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, 2 good plays on this one, Brandon. The first one at the quarterback because the pressure affected his throw, and I think it forced him to throw away from his designated target. And how about the second bit of pressure downfield? Receiver going up for the pass, helped him force that incompletion.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick here is good. So if you factor the safety, this is going to be a 5-point swing all told.
And if you're winning, I think you say, fine by me, we'll take it. But when you're losing, I think you have to say, we let a good opportunity get away.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to come.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, This
Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to 2. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. And he is just one reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
Love, they go play action now. Looking sideline, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Ready?
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun. Love. Catch made by Watson on the out route. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage on a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And he'll be out of bounds. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one up. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Play fake. Here's Love. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Love. And it is caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a 1st down, but it's a big play to boot.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Love looking to throw, out to his left. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers down by 9. 55 seconds remaining. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
That's caught by Palmer, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Herbert to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Stokes, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.